There are three things you need to know to solve any question like this. Look at the diagram. We are asked to find x, and x is an angle in this circle. Number one thing to know, identify the sources of the lines that formed the angle you are to find. This is the angle we are to find. It is labeled x. This line and this line formed the angle. What are the sources? The sources of the lines are the extremes of this arc. From this point to this point is an arc. This point and this point are the extremes of the arc. And we have the first line and second line forming the angle. Number two thing to know, check if there are other lines from the same source. Do we have? Yes, we have. This line and this line are from the same source. They form this angle. The third thing to know is the relative position of the angles in the circle. The first angle is formed at the circumference of the circle. The second angle is also formed at the circumference of the circle. What does it mean? When lines from the same source form angles at the circumference of a circle, the angles are in the same segment. According to circle theorem, angles in the same segment are equal. Therefore, this angle labeled x is equal to this angle. If this angle is x, this angle will also be x. But we have not found the value of x. Let's think further. Look at this shape. It's a triangle. We have this angle. If we can have this angle, we'll be able to find this angle. Then, how do we find this angle? To find the angle, let's go back to the same process. This line and this line form this angle. This is the center of the circle. This line is the diameter because it passes through the center of the circle. When lines take their sources from the extremes of a diameter and form an angle at the circumference of the circle, the angle is angle in a semicircle. An angle in a semicircle is 90 degrees. If we have this angle and this angle, we can find this angle. We can say x plus 90 degrees plus 40 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Why? Sum of angles in a triangle. We can say x plus 90 degrees plus 40 degrees. We have 130 degrees equal to 180 degrees. We can say x equal to 180 degrees minus 130 degrees. We have x to be 50 degrees. We have found this angle. This angle is x, and this angle is equal to this angle. We have found x. X is 50 degrees. That is it.